It's one of those weekends. It really has just been a long string of those weekends, and so we're here to not have another one. Hello, my lovely friend, I'm Margaret, and hopefully I'm in the center of the frame now. We'll see how long that lasts. Just a little bit of snark from editing Margaret because she hates me. We're here because I've been trying. I have been trying for the last, hold on, we're what, 6 weeks into the year? I have been trying for the last 6 weeks to reset my life. I'm trying to get back in the habit of doing a weekly reset, and it's not been working. October, November, December, I just got hit by like this big, like, I don't know, like, wave of demotivation, and so I wasn't doing much, and so what you can see. Okay, the bed's not made because I'm changing the sheets today. This is part of why we're here. We're going to be doing my weekly reset, and because I've been struggling to get this done, I figured that I would take y'all with me. If I'm vlogging it, then I will do it. Whether or not this video will see the light of day, you will have to tell me. Let me know in the comments, did I post the video? This is a reading vlog. There is reading that will be happening. I have one of... What? That was really weird. I thought that there was a window open somewhere, but the window that's open is in a room that's closed. This video is already off to a mess. So, I have a thing that I have done that I put in place last year, and it worked pretty well. I would get through at least half of it throughout the course of the Sunday. I've now extended this to Sunday and Monday, but I have a weekly reset that I do. That's just basic stuff that I'm like, if I do these things, I set myself up for a better week. So we're gonna see if I can get all of this done by tomorrow, which tomorrow is Monday, today is Sunday. And there will be reading in this. I have a couple of books that I'm gonna be working on. For number one, I don't have a physical copy of it because I'm in the bad books of my library. I'm a bad girl. I have not returned a book because I've been reading it, and I thought I could finish it before they blocked me, but I didn't. I'm reading a couple of books. One of them I have somewhere. It's not in here, but it is To Sir Philip with Love by Julia Quinn. I'm not going to be talking about that in this vlog. I'm going to try and finish it today, but I'm not going to be talking about that in this vlog because there's a whole vlog coming for it. But I do have 2 books that I am going to be reading today. The first one is The Blood Trials by N.E. Davenport. This is a adult fantasy. For some reason I keep thinking it's YA, but it's an adult fantasy. I love Nia Davenport. Like, I went to see her at StimulantCon, and she was absolutely delightful. She just was so much fun to interact with. I went to her signing. She was so much fun. And then I went to one of her panels. I think I might have seen her on 2 panels because I just ended up absolutely adoring. Like, I liked her so much. I was like, I'm gonna go. I don't do this very often. I'm gonna go follow you on socials. I think at that point I didn't have Threads. I think I started on Twitter. And then I found her on Threads as well. And then I also have, because I didn't do this on purpose the first 2 years that I did it, but then I did it for 2 years in a row, and now I'm like, well, now we have to do this every time. But I have The Message by Ta-Nehisi Coates, and I have the audiobook for both of those, so I'm going to be listening to those as I work on my... Oh, I forgot there's a bookmark in here! Ah! Oh, and a little... Okay, so I got this at Brave and Kind when I went up to get Holy Terrors and meet Margaret Owen, and then spent $3,000 on my car. Both of these were on my quarterly TBR that I did for January, February, and March. So we're gonna, oh, that's what the other video I wanted to do for February was. Okay, I need to go write that down. Anyways, I'm gonna be listening to this as well as I go about and do all of the things that I am doing. I actually was like, you know what? We're gonna get dressed in real pants. I mean, they're leggings, but they're real pants, okay? They're leggings that I would actually leave outside in, and not my pajama pants. I got dressed in real pants. I put on one of my comfiest hoodies. Maybe that might be a problem. Maybe I shouldn't have done the comfiest hoodie. Maybe I should have put on real clothes. I washed my face. I did something with my hair rather than just throwing it up and putting it in like a messy bun. Primarily just because I love this. And I did put on a little bit of makeup so that you can see where my eyes are, because they kind of disappear. Hopefully, the fact that I have done myself up a little bit will help me stay on track today. If that works, we might see if it works again tomorrow. Here is the list of things. So I have my reset, my recurring reset, my weekly reset that I do is a list of, can I count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 things. I thought it was originally I think it was 10, but I've lost one of the things. A lot of them are just very short things that I'm like, I just want to make sure that I am doing this every week, or at least checking this every week on a weekly basis. The list is plug in all of my electronics. I have some of them already plugged in. This is also when I make sure that my camera batteries are charged. Let me tell you, if you do nothing else, have a day that you just sit down and make sure all of your camera things are plugged in. Plug in my electronics, water my plants, or at least check my plants. I have my snake plant doesn't, although I think it does need to be watered this week. Empty/check trash/recycling. We need to change my sheets because number one, you should do this on a weekly basis, but number two, if I don't do this on a weekly basis, there are allergy consequences. I need to do at least one laundry task. I need to do at least one what's known as Dubby. It is an app that when I use it is extremely helpful. I don't buy a lot of the self-help apps. I don't do that because I know that I will not use them. This one was worth me paying for. Tidy up my desk and then review/plan my upcoming week and do a budget review. Oh, I think I know what's missing is the content review. We're gonna add that then. So I had an original list. I accidentally deleted it on Todoist, which is what I use for stuff like this. I think we're gonna do it in that order. So it's budget review/plan upcoming week. I don't have a lot that I have to do this week. And then content review. Although I do get to play an extra game of Dungeons and Dragons this week. That's fun. I'm a fully normal person. I swear to God, I have more things that I do besides read and play Dungeons and Dragons. Those are the 10 tasks that I'm going to be trying to check off between today and tomorrow. Ideally, I've done this before, been able to do it all in one afternoon. It really depends on how well I am able to focus that day. Some days I get a little bit distracted. Long story short, we are starting this vlog. Thank you for sitting down and watching with me. And if you would like to also do these things, you may do them with me. Maybe I'll put little cards so that do little cards so that you can follow along. So I think I know that the message is going to be a really quick one, but I'm also going to need to do a lot of stuff that's going to use my brain. So I don't think I'm going to start with the message. I think I'm going to start with the blood trials. I've been talking long enough, and it is now time for me to get some of this stuff done. It is the next day, and I'm here with an update. I am in my pajama pants, I know, but I will get dressed in a bit. I just wanted to update you guys before I continued listening to this book and started my day. We got a little bit of a late start this morning because it is almost noon, but we're still starting earlier than yesterday, so that's an improvement, right? I think we've gotten about halfway through the list. We got the first 4 things checked off, which was emptying the trash, watering the plants, changing the sheets, and plugging in the electronics, which also were the easiest things to do. And I have listened to roughly 4 hours of the blood trials. I'm liking it. I really like it. It was interesting because I was thinking about this last night. I do have to do some work later today, and I do need to run some errands. But I think I can get the rest of this done before I go to bed tonight. I have plans tonight. But I still think I can get the rest of this done, mostly. I'm really enjoying this. Akenna has never done anything wrong in her life, ever. Because I think there's a romance in this. And I suspect I know what the romance is going to be and where it's going to go. And if it is the romance that why did it take me so long to get to this book? If you're new here, hi, my name's Margaret, and my favorite part about any book, any story, is usually the romance. Almost always. Like, you give me a good romance, I will give your book 5 stars. That's not entirely true. There have been times that the romance has been good, but other elements have been an issue. Let me explain what this book is about. I have edited 4 hours, got 8.5 hours late. I don't know if I will finish this today, but I'll definitely, what I'll do is I'll do a wrap-up of this after, I'll, do my wrap-up after I finish the books, because it might take me an extra day to get through. Although 4 hours in one day is not bad. It's not bad at all. I've also potentially convinced my brother to read this. I wasn't able to get this from the library because the library is not happy with me right now, and that's my own fault. Their feelings are valid. My brother has an Audible account, and sometimes I'll just convince him to get audiobooks that I think we'll both like. We are in the country of Marine in this, and I'm getting kind of Roman legion vibes. This feels very much like we are dealing with a society, because they're called what Akenna is trying to become as a Praetorian. There's a lot of this it feels based on the Roman Empire, and I really it's very interesting because I feel there was a whole thing going on online right now about an adaptation of the Odyssey, and people getting mad that they cast Lupita Nyong'o as Helen, which I can see people starting wars for that woman. Even if you're going by strictly Western beauty standards, which is an issue, she checks the boxes of what you would expect from a gorgeous, gorgeous woman. This is connected because, I don't think, people really just don't look at history, because both the Greek and Roman empires were really, really large empires at their height. Which means, sorry, you guys got on a channel with a history nerd, which means you're gonna have so many different shades of skin color. So many. They're gonna come. It's gonna every single shade. And people are mad because they don't know history, because history has been whitewashed. Anyways, that's my soapbox. We're gonna get on another one here in a minute. Actually, no, that goes into one of my points. I was thinking about this book in conversation with the fact that the Lupita Nyong'o stuff is still going on, that people are still mad about it, and we're still having to discuss this. I was thinking about that and the fact that playing on someone being an outcast because of their physical appearance is such a standard fantasy trope. And if we were talking about Akenna being a tiefling instead of a human, no one would bat an eye. Sorry, I haven't gotten to the plot. I'm so sorry. I'll get there eventually, but Akenna being a black woman is a serious plot point in this novel. Although she's not, obviously it's a, oh god, I don't have the physical book, so I can't look it up, but she's not Marinian, or not full-blood Marinian. In case anyone was wondering, that's stupid, that's eugenics, that's racism. She's written this into the plot, and it's so interesting how racism in fantasy settings is acceptable, and nobody gets mad about it when you're talking about the fact that, for example, someone is being ostracized because they're a tiefling, or because you live in a world that's mostly elves and they're human. It's such a standard fantasy trope, it's such a standard fantasy plot, and I know there are people that would be fine with that if we were talking about a tiefling versus a human, but the fact that we're making the Akenna being black a part of the plot, and it's an issue in the society that she lives in, we're gonna have something to say about that. And I was just thinking about that, thinking about the like lack of critical thought there that some people. But this book, okay, so what's the book about? You're wondering. She is trying to become a praetor in the Myronian Empire. These are their soldiers. These are their warriors. We are in a society that very much values the military. Again, Roman Empire vibes, Roman Legion vibes. There is so much emphasis on the military being the highest rank that you can go. Like, there's so much emphasis on that being the best you can be. Being a doctor, not as good. Being an artist, not as good. Like, the most, like, it's the idea that, like, the most useful, the most honor you can have, it's that kind of thinking. She is just graduating from the military. I might need a second cup of tea. She is just graduating from a military academy, and she was supposed to go, like, she and her grandfather had this plan that she was going to go to be a praetor because her grandfather wanted to turn his family into one of the war families, which is one of the most prestigious, or there's a specific, it's like war legacies, it's something specific, but basically, like, there are specific families, bloodlines that are like legacy families in this military, and the highest honor you can be is to be one of these legacy families. There are standards to get to that family. You could, like, one of the main character or one of her friends is dealing with the fact that if they don't have someone become a Praetorian, then their family will no longer be one of these families. There's a whole thing going on there. What was my point? We might need 3 cups of this. That would be bad. I would be bouncing off the walls if I did that. Like, not even hyper, just like, shakes. He had this whole plan. He's trying to get his family, and he was what's known as the legatus, which is one of the highest ranks you can have in the military. Basically, he was in charge of some stuff. He has just recently died. And the recommendation has been for her to, like, the recommendation, because it hit her so hard, because he's the only parent she's had. He died, like, 3 months before graduation. The recommendation was for her to not go on to become a Praetorian. She was going to, like, declare something else, blah, 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 because at the end of your military, you're at the academy, you declare whatever it is you are going to be for the rest of your life. And so there's a whole thing that goes on at the beginning where she finds out from someone who is supposedly was her grandfather's closest friend. She finds out that he thinks her grandfather was murdered. I'm going to point out that this man is also a spy master. There's a very small theory in my head currently going on. Anyways, but she finds out that her grandfather was murdered. This guy points the finger at someone who was also in the Gamma Division, which was her grandfather's division. She's gunning for this dude. Because she thinks this is the man who probably, on the orders of the council, why do I not remember any of these words? She thinks he may have killed her grandfather, and so she's gunning for him, because she does declare Praetorian once she finds out that her grandfather could have been killed. But it was potentially not, he didn't die of natural causes, he potentially was murdered. We're zoning in on this one suspect way too frickin' soon for this to be the one that killed him. I doubt it. I highly, highly doubt that that's it. I have suspicions about who I think killed her grandfather, and I don't think it's this guy. I think it might be somebody else that we've met. She declares Praetorian, and then you have to go through like a year of hazing where they decide if you are worthy of becoming a Praetorian, and then you can join a division or squad or whatever the heck it was. And she and her 2 friends are all gonna try and get into her grandfather's division. Nia Davenport's going so many places with this, and I'm enjoying it. They're basically we're starting the beginning of this, like, year-long hazing ritual. And there are people who do not like Kenna. They don't think she should be, like, doing this. They think that she should have gone, like, declared administrative. And there are people, like, some of them are the people that are in her, like, rank. Like, they had a specific term for it, but basically, like, the trainees. And then there are people that are actual Praetorians that are leading. And you know what? And somebody pointed this out when I was reading. I'm so tired I'm so tired of these military academies where we're putting all of this effort, we're training these soldiers, and we're just like, we're gonna kill them. This is the one sticking point that I have with this book right now, is I'm really annoyed with how we are, like, they're doing this hazing, they're doing this training, they're ranking everyone to decide who gets to actually become a Praetorian. And, like, first thing we do, dude gets killed because he failed one of the trials. Like, I am very tired of that, because that doesn't, when you put time and effort into educating, training, all of that, it doesn't make sense. Would it not be better for, like, and here's the thing, I understand the training being dangerous and it being something that could kill you. That makes sense. Like, dying could be a consequence of your training. But when you got people who are sadistic and intentionally killing people, I'm really annoyed with that, because I'm just like, why? A lot of this is indoctrination and brainwashing, yes, but they want you to be scared and like fearing for your life, because they're trying to, like, train you to be able to fight, blah, 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 like, think quickly when you're in danger and life or death. Okay, so that makes sense. That makes sense for sometimes. But we are, like, 3 days in, 2 days in, maybe not even that, and they're just killing people left and right, and I'm just like, come on. Everything else, having a great time with. The, like, dynamics between her and her friend, what I think is gonna be in the romance, which, if it is, it's enemies to lovers, which is one of my favorite romance tropes. Maybe rivals, I don't know. Well, no, she actually really does want to kill him right now, so I feel like that counts. Some people get way too pedantic about what is and is not enemies to lovers, and, like, they don't think about the fact that enemies, the definition of enemy can change depending on your genre. That's not to say that there aren't a lot of things that are sold as enemies to lovers, and they are not. Anyways, I'm enjoying it. I like the world building. I like kind of the society that she has built. And there are points being made here, I think, or we're getting set up for points to be made, which I enjoy. We are now I need to do errands, and one of the errands is go to the library, so I need to do the last bit of this Bridgerton book, and then I will get properly dressed and take this to the library. I don't know, I'm debating whether I just hang on to them for a couple extra days, because I can't check anything out, I can't get any audiobooks, nothing right now. And that's my own fault. But also, I'm worried that if I turn these back in, I will not get them back in time. That's what's going on. I think the first thing I need to finish this book, and then I think the first thing we're going to do, I usually try and do things in order, which would mean that the next thing that we need to do is, like, the dubby. Oh, I have done 5 things, because I have done one of my laundry tasks, but I also put a load of laundry in. So I need to move that over. But I think I might change things around to do the dubby thing for my room later and clean up the desk and get some of, like, the review stuff done, because that will be very quick to do. And I need to do it to get through the rest of my day/week. So I think that is what we're going to do. Okay, hi, hello. Let's see, I'm gonna put you here. Will this... Hey, that'll work! If anybody's wondering, glasses make a really good tripod, apparently, when you are too lazy to go get the little desk tripod that you have. Hold up. Okay, so I'm at 6 hours and 17 minutes, and something just got confirmed that I have suspected. And this is really funny, considering she suspects him. But the person that she suspects of killing her grandfather, he's gone into this whole trials thing watching out for her. I'm like 95% sure that this guy is watching out for her because her grandfather was a Gamma and he's a Gamma, and so like, I don't know that there's feelings there yet, but there is definitely some loyalty there. We just went through a thing with, oh, I did check some things off, by the way. I have actually made progress. Please clap. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. So we just had the kind of trial that it makes sense that people would die on. This is the second trial if you've read the book, and like, it's like a wilderness type thing. That makes sense that she would lose a bunch of people doing that that's a risk. That makes sense. Yes, you want to see how people do. Is it stupid that they sent all of their people out there unprepared? Also yes, very much yes. However, this makes sense. Randomly blowing people up because they failed something does not make sense. And here's the thing is, I know that there is probably like the senseless deaths. The person that's in charge right now with the hazing and training or whatever it is, he's sadistic. He's sadistic. He is evil. I hope he dies. There are a couple of people in this book that I'm looking very much forward to their eventual demises. Like, there is some point being there because it's definitely a control tactic if you think you could die at any point in time. It's definitely like someone with power exploiting a system. So like, I get what's going on and what Nia Davenport is saying. However, it still frustrates me because it's just stupid. You put so much time and effort and energy into training these people and you're just gonna explode them for no reason. We're like probably too early for her to realize that she can trust this guy. But I really need her to realize she can trust this guy. Or at least start, maybe not realize, but like at least start questioning his motives. That's where we are. And also, I just finished, so let me see, had lunch, and it is so much later than I was expecting it to be. I don't know, somehow I updated you at like 2 p.m., 1 p.m., noon? I updated you at noon, right? I think so. The angle has probably changed. It's because I killed my battery. My battery died on me. We did our budget review. Oh, I just did the budget review. That's all you saw. So I now need to review the upcoming, like, what I need to do this week, which basically means I need to sit down and go through and, like, actually put in what I need to do this week and the videos. I'm so behind on, like, keeping track of some of this stuff. And then I need to do my content review. And I think part of my content review is going to be taking pictures that I need for the video that is supposed to go up on Wednesday. I should have done this 2 days ago. Hello, I have been trying to film this final part of the video for way too long. We've gotten everything checked off of the list at this point except for the body doubling app, which I have up here. I wanted to show you guys kind of what it looks like. This is, can you see? There we go. I literally at this point, at least for this one, don't even wash the stuff anymore because they have this section down here that just tells you what you need to do. And it's just like, it breaks things down into like a nice little list and kind of like you have someone come in and it's like, now it's time to do this part, blah, blah, blah. And if I'm having a day where like the executive is functioning, then I'm able to just look at the list and go, okay, I need to do this, 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 and this, and we're good to go. I try to do that. I haven't done it in like a couple of months, but I try to do that every week just because it helps. Like, the room needs, I have to do some deep cleaning. I need to do some decluttering, all of that stuff. Like, that has to happen. But I also need to be able to function in this room. And so it's a lot easier when I've got something like helping me make sure that I am keeping the chaos in like neat stacks. I have updates. We are 10 hours? No, 8 hours. Wait, come back here. Why? I am 8 hours and 15 minutes into this audiobook. I have 5 hours and 55 minutes left. I'm having a very good time with this. I'm actually going to put in an earlier clip that I did for TikTok talking about this book. And we'll put that in here, and that'll give you kind of where I am currently.
Well, I'm over here just having a normal time with this book. It's fine. I was over here getting ready to film a Dab of the Day, and then Nia Davenport decided to give me everything I've been wanting from this book ever. The book is The Blood Trials by Nia Davenport, and I'm on chapter, I'm just a little bit into chapter 12, and oh my god, I'm such a sucker. God, I'm such a sucker for this trope. I mean, there are so many tropes that are happening right now. It's a book about a girl who she's in a military kind of like hazing ritual. She's just joined. She's trying to become a Praetorian, and she also at the same time thinks that someone may have murdered her grandfather for reasons. She's not the only one that thinks this. Also, his best friend thinks this, and so she's like, well, I'm going to get more information about it. And they suspect they know who did it. A bunch of people she can't trust, and one of the ones that she trusts like the least. Well, maybe not the least. There might be 2 people lower on the list than this person. But she needed his help. Like, is in a situation where she can't do anything. He's the best person to help her, and so she has to ask for his help, and so she's asking for help from this person that she does not trust at all. And you, as the reader, can tell that he is actually one of the few people that she can trust implicitly. I'm fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. I'm not having a mental breakdown on Threads over this book. It's a lie.
So we're at the good part for Margaret. I will say this, I do think that things go a little bit fast for my personal taste. Past that point, I'm not going to say any more than that, but I'm having a good time, and you can tell this man has been thinking about doing this for a while. It's very funny. I don't know where I'm going to put y'all for this, because I have an idea of how I want to do this portion, like this part. I don't know that I have an angle that will get me what I want. At least not an angle that is currently available to me. Because, like, really the best place for you guys to be would be, like, right in... Can you see it? That corner where those boxes are. If I hadn't broken down some of those boxes... Those are still there because the recycling was already pretty full when I finished... When I started breaking those down. Once the recycling gets picked up, those are going out. But that's not happening today. But dang it, I could have used that as like a tripod type thing. That would have been like the perfect place for it too. I wonder if I might have a couple of those in for store. Like I've got a box where I'm storing some of the stuff that I want to sell at some point. So I might pull some of those out. You'll have seen by now, potentially, the Illumicrate video that I've already filmed and edited, hopefully, by the time you are seeing this video. Well, definitely, because it's supposed to go up Thursday. Anyways, I'm going to put my book back on. Hopefully, I'll be able to... We are at a point where I'm having a hard time taking both of these people. Both of them seriously. I'm just having a hard time with that. Allosexuals are weird. welcome back. This is the end of the vlog because I finally finished The Blood Trials by Annie Davenport. This was so good. There's some stuff that happened at the end that, like, okay, you could kind of see some coming, but like that last, I want to say 10 or so pages, I did not see that coming. I thought we were gonna have I had an idea of what plot we were gonna have going into book 2, and I knew that eventually we were going to get where we got at the end of this book, just based off of the cover. However, I wasn't expecting to see that until the next book. I was expecting some of the beginning of the next book to be a part of that, and I'm very intrigued. But also, like, I can definitely see, like, how that makes more sense, especially knowing the characters that we know. And I don't have time to go into book 2, but I really want to go into book 2. I feel like I'm going to have a really good time with The Blood Gift. I have so many other books that I need to finish first, though, so we'll get there when we get there, guys. If you would like me to use that as a book for some sort of vlog, please let me know, and I will try and work it into some vlog project of some sort. I am currently in the middle of my weekly reset routine. Right now, I have gone through 4 of the things. I'm about to actually have other things that I have to do, including edit this clip and finish this video before I can do the rest of it. So most of it might happen tomorrow, especially since I have D&D tonight and I didn't have it last week, so I had a little extra time last week. If you're watching this and you would like to watch me have to deal with homicidal vampires, I highly suggest, I'll link down below D&D with Dee's channel. That is where we run our games on Sunday nights at usually 8 or 9 p.m. Eastern time. It's usually like 5 or 6 D's time, which is Pacific time. You're welcome to join us and hang out with us. I also, if you don't follow me on Threads, I do usually post when we're going live on Threads as well. If you're interested in any of that, Strahd is very dark, I will say that. But that is neither here nor there for this video. We have reset our week, and I would love, what do you guys think? This is the thing that I'm always continually trying to, like, evolve and grow things and, like, find things that work for me. I'm always looking for ways that I can stay on top of stuff and, like, keep life to some, like, not necessarily entirely in order, but some semblance of something that resembles order. You know what I mean? So let me know what you think of my weekly reset. What do you, like, how do you think is it too much? Is it too little? What would you add, or what would you take away? And if you're not feeling chatty but you still want to let me know that you watched the end of the video, leave me the blood drop emoji for The Blood Trials, because I'm obsessed. I am very obsessed. If you want more company, like you need more body doubling stuff, I will have a read with me / annotate with me, I can't remember what I titled it, up here, and then something that YouTube thinks you should watch right down here. That is it for now, my friend. Happy reading, and I will see you later when we will talk about more wordy, nerdy things. Bye!